Welcome back, everyone, to the Badmouth podcast. It's been a while. It's been a month and probably a bit. I've been away because my house has been getting a new bathroom, so I couldn't have really had a shower, toilet, any of that. So I've not been at home, so I couldn't have been recording the videos. But I have still been watching the games, and I can't remember what our last game was. I think it was Doncaster. Since then, we played Wolves. I won't go into too details about each game because it doesn't matter. It's in the past now, and we're here to focus on the Kobenhavn game. Obviously, draw to Wolves, disappointing game. Why Palhinha celebrated like that against Wolves, I don't know, but I love the guy. Bodo Glimt, best we don't talk about that game either, but played well to come back from that. Leeds, good win. Kudus with his first goal for the club, which I was very happy to see. Which I've been always talking about. It's been coming. Villa, terrible game. We don't talk about that one either. Monaco, I'm not too against drawing against Monaco away. I think it's a good point to get. Considering City also got that away, got the same result. Well, they got 2-2, but a draw. I think defensively that was good. Obviously Everton, I was at that game. I was there with Connor. Obviously, I was in the home end, so I was with all the Everton fans, and we won that. Brilliant game. Newcastle, I don't really care. Carabao Cup, League Cup, I don't care about it. Chelsea, I didn't actually watch it. I was at a party, but from what I did hear, we were terrible, and it's our worst performance of the season. And from knowing about the Bournemouth game, that must be really bad. Anyway, we are here to talk about last night's game against Kobenhavn at home. Well, we've been terrible at home this season, but after last night's performance, which may I say was not perfect, but nearly. It was brilliant. Probably one of our best performances of the season so far. Highest scoring game under Frank so far. I think it was brilliant. I think now we finally got a big win at home, which Kobenhavn, they're not a good team per se, but they've given some Prem teams the run for their money in the past few years. About 2-3 years ago, played United and beat them, and obviously United ain't been great in the past few years, but that's still still a big thing to win against United. They were terrible. We dominated them the entire game. I don't know what the possession. Possession was 61-39. We were dominant on that. They had 4 shots on target, but they were hardly a threat. They were all easy catches for Vicario. I don't think he had to really dive for really any, which is always good to see. 6 on target for us, which is a much needed improvement. And it's really good because the last few games, honestly, since the Doncaster game, we've been really poor when it comes to scoring goals. Obviously, we beat Everton 3-0. 1 goal was from open play. The other 2 from Van der Ven were set pieces, corners. And we really need to develop on scoring open play goals, and we showed that last night. We did really, really well. I think ever since I think it was the Villa game, we've all said and me included, Vicario was terrible. Honestly, that few run of games, he wasn't very good, and I wasn't thinking positive when it came to him. But the last few games, he has really showed professionalism, and he's played brilliantly. I think he's got about 3 man of the match games on FOTMob in 4. That's since the Villa game. He's played very well. Obviously, Tottenham have given him man of the match for yesterday's game. We all know who man of the match should have been yesterday, but we'll get to that soon. Let's go into play ratings. Not ratings, but how I thought they got on. Obviously, Vicario played well. Didn't have to do much really. Obviously, a few saves there and then, but like I said, easy catches really. Didn't have to do much. Porro I thought was really good. I think he's really. There's a few games he's a bit off, but last night he was on top of things. Really good defending. There was one bit where he lost the ball stupidly, but really cleverly got it back. So I don't mind if you lose the ball, as long as you get it back. That's good. I'm happy with that. Romero, brilliant. Love to see him back in the starting 11. He played really well, I think. Him going up striker, up front for the fourth goal, for Palinha's goal. It was brilliant. I thought, why not? Adoja I thought was really good as well. I think he's really went into that game really good. I don't know. It's tough because I don't know who provides more, Jed or Adoji. Honestly, they're both really good players, and I think it's really good that we've got that depth we can use both of those players. Obviously, Jed can go on the right, so we could rest Porro. I think that might be a good thing because Porro's been playing, I think, pretty much every game, so maybe a rest will be good for him at some point soon. But no, Adoji was very good. Sarr, I think, was good, but my only problem with Sarr was he seems to. I don't know if he seemed to be growing some sort of ego or something. I don't know, but he's not passing the ball as much. And the chance right near the start of the game, the ball's coming down on him in the box, and I don't know what he does. I don't know if he does get a touch on it, but he sort of like lets it go. But it was really weird, and I don't understand why he's done that. It was okay, but I don't know. But he needs to pass a bit more. I think maybe he's a bit pissed off about he's not been getting much game time, which I completely agree with. I think he should have been playing more. I think he has a lot more to offer than Frank has been, doing. But no, overall he's been okay. Odubel, I think, was really good last night. I think he was really good. I think he's really liking Frank's system, and I think most of us really are. Obviously, we've been poor for the last 2-3 weeks. But hopefully this game last night, it's really going to help us pick up and start going. But Odubel was really good. Easy finish. I mean, not easy finish, but really good finish. Well done to him. Now Simons. I think he's not necessarily been poor the last few games. I just don't think he's really gotten into it. And, playing in the Prem, it's tough. Okay, I mean, I don't know because I'm never going to play in the Prem or never have. But it's a tough league to get into, especially coming from Germany, which personally I think is quite an easy league to sort of get into. And I think if you want to become a good player, I think starting in Germany is a really good start. But coming out, it's tough. He is weak. He's a small man. He's weak, and he's going up against players like bloody Dan Burn at Newcastle and that. So it's tough. But I think he was really good yesterday. I think it's a shame he had to come off. Obviously because of Brennan's red card. I'll get onto that next. But maybe genuinely I think if he stayed on, maybe he would have got a goal. Because when he came off, that's when they started rolling in. And next on to Brennan. I'm not even mad he got sent off, because to be fair, should he have gone in for that? Absolutely not. There's absolutely no need to go for a tackle. Do I think it's a red? I think it's quite soft. Ref had a clear view of that and gave it a yellow straight away, no thought about it. I think it's similar to the Luis Diaz red card yesterday. I don't think it's a red. Ref gives it a yellow straight away. I think that's the right decision. It's definitely a yellow card. I'm not going to argue about that. But yeah, I think that's a bit poor from VAR there. But whatever, it's not like we're going to miss much. Yeah, Kobenhavn I think was really, really good. I mean, he was close to being man of the match. I think for me, I think he was really good. His assist, the chance he had, I think it was near the beginning. The football for that chance that Kobenhavn had. I don't know why he put it on his right. If he put it on his left, he probably would have put that in. But it's okay. He played well, and that football from the entire team there was really, really good. Tiki-taka was fantastic there. But Kobenhavn was really good. He's really getting into the team, and that's good to see. And I missed out a player on purpose, Mickey van der Ven. My man of the match, I think probably most others' man of the matches. I mean, that goal is spectacular. I mean, if it doesn't win Puskas Award, I mean, what does? I mean, someone else does it. The goalkeeper has to score that for it to win the award. I think it's better than Son's for a number of reasons. It's a little bit further back. Although he doesn't win it back initially, it was Palinha that won it back. I think, obviously, he's centre back. it's unbelievable for him to make the run and let alone the finish. I mean, the finish was just amazing. I mean, ignore the fact he's a centre back. Just the finish alone is good, and then you incorporate the idea that he is a defender, and you're like, wow, that's it's even better. I mean, I couldn't believe it when I watched it last night. I was laughing because like it's an amazing goal to watch and it's unbelievable. Obviously Son did it against Burnley a few years back and won the Puskas Awards. Although I think maybe there wasn't as much players as there were against Son. He definitely. I'm not gonna dull on that. I'm not gonna make that goal any duller than it is. It's a brilliant goal. It's one of the best goals I've ever seen in my life. About goals and Van de Ven, he's got 6 now, and he's tied with I think Salah and Gyökeres. I'm all score as much goals as you want. Yeah, it's a Tottenham player. Score. That's all I want. Yeah. But it's worrying how we're relying on defenders to score goals. I mean, Van de Ven's our top scorer and he's a centre-back. It shouldn't be that, As much as we've not really got a proper striker play, Solanke's injured and hopefully he'll be back soon. We've still got that creativity with Xavi and Sarr. There should be more goals from the players up front than there should be from out back. So I think they really need to work on that. Obviously, it was okay. Obviously, both wingers got goals today. Number 10, number 9 got assists, so that's all you can really ask for there. But we really need to stop relying on Van de Ven scoring goals. If you want to score a goal, mate. I'm all for it. But we need to really focus on making the people that should be scoring. Onto the bench. Palhinha came on, instant impact. I think, he came on in the 61st minute. And by 6 minutes in, he's got a goal and an assist already. He is just brilliant. I think he's my second favourite player. I think he's my favourite player in the summer transfer window. Just in front of Kudus. He's just got so much passion for the club, and I really hope we buy him at the end of the season. But no, he's brilliant. I love that man. Jed Spence didn't do much when he came on. I think he's sort of dropping in form a bit, I think. But overall, I think he's still decent. Obviously, his Instagram comments on Van de Ven goals and that, I love it. I love how that team, I think it's definitely helped from last season's big lows and that we then won the trophy, so it's big highs. Really brought everyone together as a really good. It is a sort of family, that team is, and it's really nice to see. Kevin Danzo didn't have to do much, obviously, because Kobenhavn were terrible, but was okay. Richarlison, I think he was unlucky not to score the header. But realistically, a striker should be putting that in the back of the net from that position. And the penalty, I don't know why he's gone for power there. He just needs to slot that in and done. I think Dane should have had that goal. Should have had the penalty. And, wow, from him, I said to myself, he's going to score. He's going to score today. Although he didn't, and realistically he should have with the penalty. The lead up to him getting the penalty and winning that was brilliant. I think, honestly, maybe we should think about starting him as our number 9. It may be an outrageous thing to say, but I don't think Richarlison's enough. I think he needs to go. He's stayed for too long. He needs to go to another team. I think honestly, he goes to Italy. I think he'll do very well there. I just don't think he's suited for the Prem anymore, or let alone just Tottenham. So I definitely think Dane should be starting at least. Obviously, Colomani was good, but obviously he can't play every game. But if he plays like that every game, but obviously has a bit more output, so he's scoring more, then albeit obviously Dom's injured, so I can't really play him. But honestly, starting Dane should be a really big thought, and for Thomas Frank, he should really think about doing that. But yeah, overall, absolutely fantastic performance from the boys. Honestly, really, really happy about that. I couldn't ask for really more. Probably a 5th goal, 6th goal, 7th goal. Realistically, it should have been 6-0 and Richarlison got back 2. But it's whatever, it is what it is. But no, yeah, really good performance, and I'm really hoping that being at home really elevates our home performances. And we play United on the weekend. I don't think I'll be able to watch that game because I'm doing some airsoft, so no video will probably be on that one. But hopefully after that I'll be back with the videos. So yeah, we've got United next at home. Hopefully we can win that. I'm positive. If we play like that, like we did last night against United, I think we'll absolutely tear through them. So can't wait to see see the game for that one. So yeah, I'm just hoping now we won a game at home. Hopefully our home form improves, and we then just bring that to our away form as well. We just keep on winning. Then we've got Arsenal at the Emirates after the international break, after the United game. We'll talk about that when it comes, and I will most definitely be watching that, and I will most definitely be doing a video on the North London derby. Then after that, we've got PSG in the Champions League. Honestly, I will not be surprised if we win that. Yes, we're going to PSG, but honestly, I think we can get away with that. I think we can at least get a point, at least. Yeah. Then we've got Fulham. Really need to win that. We've been terrible against Fulham. We've been terrible against all the lower end teams, the bottom 10 teams, the past few years. So starting with Ange when he came in, really. So we really need to win that. And then we've got Newcastle at Newcastle. That'll be tough. Obviously, I mean, Carabao Cup happened. But hopefully we ignore that. We go into that game. It's the league. And boom, yeah. I'll continue with our last games of 2025. They've got Brentford at home. Frank plays against his old team. Hopefully we can win that. Slavia Prague at home. Should hopefully win that as well in the Champions League. Forest away. Thing is, I was hoping Andrew would still be in charge and he'd play against us. But I guess we'll never see that. But yeah, hopefully we can win that. Liverpool at home. It's annoying because I think now Liverpool are going to find better form. So by the time we get to that game, they'll probably annihilate us. But yeah, then Crystal Palace away will be a tough game at Selhurst Park. But hopefully we can get away with a win there. And then that is 2025 over with. And then we go into the new year on New Year's with Brentford away. But yeah, I think I'm feeling positive after that game. As long as we can keep... As long as I always say, as long as we can find that consistency with games and the players and how the team plays together, then that's all I want. Yeah, then we can win and win and win. We'll do the little segment of Champions League games last night. We'll ignore the first two, mainly because it's Arsenal and Napoli and Frankfurt. I didn't see anything like that. Saw Monaco beat Bodo Glimt 1-0. It's probably a good win for them. I'll go into the games I've seen highlights of anyway. Bayern, PSG. We'll talk about Bayern a bit. Obviously, they're, I think, 16 for 16 now. I think. I mean, they've won all their games this season, and it's unbelievable what they've done. Vincent Kompany is... I don't know if it's him or it's just the team, but put them both together, it's been fantastic. And Harry Kane's been outstanding. Obviously, he's not scored in the past two games, or at least he's missed two games. You know, he didn't score against PSG, and he didn't score against Cologne. I think in the no, he did score against them. It was someone in the. It was I don't know what team it was. He didn't score against Gladbach. That's it. Yeah. But still, he's still a brilliant class player, and I think. Overall golden boot in the world of football is definitely going to be a tough competition between Harry Kane and Haaland. Yeah, but Bayern played well, I think, from what I've seen. Yeah, I don't think PSG don't have that swagger about them anymore. You know, last season, in the knockout stages onwards anyway, they were unstoppable. They were an unstoppable force, and now I think Bayern's that. I think honestly, at this rate, Bayern's going to keep winning, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go undefeated. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they go invincible over every competition, which would be bloody impressive. You know, next in Champions League got Arsenal. I so hope Harry Kane bags some sort of brace or a hat-trick against them. That'd be lovely to do. Got Sporting Champions League again. Yeah, I mean, they should win all their Champions League games, really, and they should end at the top of the table. But no, really, really strong from Bayern this season. I haven't really watched a game, so I'm not going to say it's been a joy to watch, but I'm sure I will at some point. But yeah, it's I'm actually rooting for them. Unless they go up against Tottenham, or really I want, if they play a team that's in the knockouts that they'd play us next. I want the worst team to win, so it's easier for us, obviously. But no, it's exciting football. I mean, Luis Diaz, Harry Kane, and Elise up front is a brilliant trio. It's a really random trio you would probably expect. Obviously, Diaz being at Liverpool, Elise at Crystal Palace, and Harry Kane being at Spurs. It's a really weird and unlikely trio, but it works really well, and it's really nice to see that. Like I said earlier, I think the red card was a bit soft. Yeah, obviously Liverpool beat Real Madrid. Trent back at Anfield. It's annoying, really, because Liverpool's form has been terrible, to be fair, this entire season, and it was quite nice seeing them lose. Obviously beat Frankfurt, lost again. Was it to Palace again, I think? And then they beat someone else, I think. Yeah, Villa. And now they're on a 2 winning streak. Yeah. And I want to touch on Man United. United Strand, so that's his name. Obviously, United went 3 games in a row winning, and then obviously drew to Forest. It's a shame. I kind of hoped United would win that, because then they go to Tottenham and we'd break it, and they have to restart. But they've restarted anyway. But yeah, it's weird. United have actually playing not too bad this season. Obviously, big win against Chelsea, Liverpool, really good win against Brighton, and Sunderland, really, because Sunderland are a really good team. But yeah, this season again is a weird season, I think. If you look at the Prem table, I mean, you've got bloody Sunderland 4th, and then they were second at one point. Yeah, Sunderland, Bournemouth up there is weird, but fair enough. They played really well this season. At the end of the day, we're 6th, yeah, but you've got to look at it this way. Vicario has only conceded 8 in 10 games in the Prem anyway. He's got 4 clean sheets in the league, and in the Champions League he's conceded 2 in 4, which is really good. I think 3 clean sheets out of the 4 games. Which the only one would have been Bodo, which would have been both goals we conceded. We're undefeated in the Champions League, obviously. Will that last? Probably not. It'll probably be Dortmund or PSG that will break that. But like I said, I'm thinking positive about those. But no, I think defensively we've been really, really good. It's just we get caught off the one few time, and then we lose a 1-0 game, like your Bournemouth, your Chelsea. We haven't been battered this season. I think that might be to come with maybe an Arsenal or a Liverpool. But honestly, if we beat Arsenal, that'd be a brilliant win. But no, I'm quite optimistic for the future, for the rest of the year. Honestly, I just want to end the year strong, and then go into next year high spirits, high hopes, and we hopefully try and win something bigger than the Europa League. Of that, if that's the FA Cup, Premier League, or even the Champions League. But man's got a hope, right? But yeah, I'm just really happy with the performance yesterday, and hopefully we can continue with that. Just want to talk about a bit of outside Tottenham. Ange sacked after however many games it was, 0 wins. I think it was 1 or 2 draws or something like that. I would have rooted for Ange because I think I said this on the episode with Connor. I want to root for Ange because what he did for Tottenham, win us our first trophy in 17 years, since 2008 Carabao Cup. I think, obviously, I really want him to do well. Not at Forest though, with the whole Gibbs White transfer situation and Marinakis and all that. Hopefully he finds a club and hopefully he does well with them. But yeah, it's quite funny seeing him. I don't understand Ange anymore, really. I don't get why he doesn't want to change the way he plays. But it is what it is, I guess. We don't have him anymore, and I think I'm kind of glad about that because I don't think we wouldn't. I think we'd be worse if we did have Ange this season. But it's really good that the team is really growing together without Ange. and they're really getting on well with Frank and that. About that, obviously, the Chelsea game, Jed and Mickey van der Ven walked off without talking to him. Obviously, Frank talked about it in the press conference before the game on Monday, I think it was, or it was the one on Tuesday, I don't know. And they just said they went back to the office and apologised, whatever. Look, playing that bad against Chelsea at home, I don't blame them. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, really. But, at the same time, you're in defence. If you've lost because of one goal, that's your fault, really. I haven't even looked at the highlights for that game. I just can't be bothered. I don't want to hurt myself with that. But yeah, I think that's it for yesterday's game. I'm back, hopefully. I probably won't be doing a video on United. I'll see if I can watch it. But again, like I said, I'm at Airsoft, so I don't think I can. So if I don't, I will most definitely be back after the international break and for the Arsenal game. And I'm going to do a thing next year for the World Cup. I will be doing England games, that's for sure. There's no point doing them now. We're already qualified, and they're only qualifiers and friendly, so I don't really care enough. And to be honest, I'm more passionate about club than country. I know that's different with other people, but I feel like the only big competition for international break is World Cup. Obviously, Euros is big, and obviously I'll still celebrate that and watch that, and I've got into it the last one. But obviously the World Cup's the biggest one, and that only happens every 4 years. But then with club football, there's Champions League every season, and I'm more engaged in club football. But yeah, that's what I'm going to plan on doing next year. But that's a long while away. That's next summer. Yeah, that's the plan anyway. So hopefully, so I'll probably most likely see you on the 24th of November on a Monday. We'll talk about the Arsenal game, however that goes. Hopefully it goes well. And hopefully the United game on Saturday goes well as well. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy. I won't do any click here because it's been a while, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down your thoughts below. And if you've got any ideas or any subjects you want me or Connor or any other guest to talk about on the next episode, which I'm going to plan on doing at some point soon, let us know. And I'll try and get that sorted. Anyway, hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.